Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tom, and welcome to the NGP RPG Halloween Special Part 2, because the sequel is always better when it's always a cash-in. And we'll start around with a new set of friends on my left. Let's go with that.
Hey guys, my name's Megs. I'm playing as Angelina today.
Hey, I'm Prospect. I'm playing as Prospect today.
My name is Donald. I am playing as Jimmy, reprising that character that you know and love from the last round.
I'm Alice. I'm playing as Waverly, the person who's probably going to kill Jimmy just out of spite.
Oh man, it's like a reunion here.
I can't wait.
Exactly. And
Maybe it's D&D.
Absolutely. And
Yes.
this is kind of an interesting way of putting it, because we have NGP RPG returns, and we got some fresh faces to role-playing games in a whole.
First time.
So I'm a warlock, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I was going to say,
mean-
Prospect's probably not so much a fresh face to NGP RPG because he's our producer.
Exactly. So we're gonna
Basically, he's our boss and God, and we worship him, though also kick him in the shins under the table.
Good job, Alice.
exactly.
This is the second time I've been
Also-
on TV for New Game Plus after producing most of the episodes. And last time I was playing Commander, so the bar's pretty high.
Bar's pretty high. Well, the bar can be set by this game, which is called Dread. It is a very stripped-down version of tabletop games as a whole. There's no dice, no character sheets. We did small questionnaires onto the characters just to get an idea and collaborate on this one. But I can introduce you to the Tower of Dread. This is the thing separating our characters from life and
Looks
death.
awful like a Jenga tower.
It's
Down to it
it's
saying Jenga.
legally distinct because it's
I
upside
believe
down.
it's a drawback.
Yeah,
yes.
exactly. It's legally because we can't be.
I'm just letting you know I'm very good at Jenga, so watch out, everybody.
I'm terrible at Jenga.
Great.
This is going to be awesome.
Difficulty raised again.
I feel like I'm average at Jenga.
I don't think I've ever played
see.
Jenga.
I've played it on carpet, so...
I played massive Jenga with like inflatable Jenga pieces.
What about giant Jenga?
It fell on me.
But they're inflated.
Giant wood in Jenga is dangerous. That's just a giant plinth of wood coming down to collapse on people.
Accurate.
That's just called deforesting.
Something to do with a bunch
Yeah.
of 2B4s you don't want anymore.
Exactly. But speaking of the dangerous wood, Shane, got him. He's editing this. Dread. The Tower of Dread is the thing that's allowing our characters to decide if they survive or die. They're allowed to pull from the tower, and if the tower collapses, let's just say we're gonna have some fun tonight.
I'm just going to neaten this up a little bit.
Exactly. And
Cheating, guys.
that's all right.
And it falls over.
No, we're working together. We're friends, Meg.
Oh, my ankle.
I saw the last episode. I think one of us is not friends.
Well, let's speaking, we do have a survivor in the room from the previous story.
Hello.
It's the first movie as the origins.
I'm the actor that they could afford to retain for the second one.
Yeah, you went.
Everyone else became too famous.
You went to SAG and then immediately dropped out of SAG because it was just like let's get that movie cash in. The studio saw money.
You're
in
the
it.
Ashley Tisdale of Dread.
Nice.
Yes?
The Solange Knowles of Dread. Or bring it on.
I'm the third member of Destiny's Child.
Yeah. Who?
The one whose name we all remember.
Exactly. And
Kelly,
No need to
Beyonce,
say it,
and the other
it's
one.
fine.
well, speaking of music careers that fell apart, that's what happened in the original movie. The entire series is based on a camp, which you can see now on the kind of visual screen here. Look, I'm doing a finger thing. Wow, that's cool. Thank you,
And I
Prospect.
like that you said that camply.
Exactly.
I like how you said it's on screen now, and look, I'm doing a finger thing. Like we can see them both at the same time.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm summing it. I was doing a magic trick. That's it. Magic in movies
That's it,
and
producer
television.
awareness
Which is all what NGP RPG is all about.
Exactly. Boom. So this is a music camp, but not a camp that you really want to go to because it's full of cultists. And the original adventurers find out that
That sums up every camp I've ever been to.
absolutely.
It's terrible.
Camp Rock, Camp, Rooster Teeth. They have yet to watch it.
Cheer camp.
Yeah, exactly. But the camp is apparently now the hub of all cultist materials because turns out everyone in the music industry was a part of this and we're killing kids and indoctrinating them. Always good. Thank God there's no other religions who do that.
Legally distinct from Disney. Just pointing that out.
Legally. I don't want to end up with the DMCA on everything I've owned.
I like how they called it out specifically, though, so that's good.
Yeah.
No, we said Disney. It's a different thing.
Oh, yeah, that's
Disney.
what I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, legally distinct. So at the end of that Apex, one of Don's, what was your? It was a Jimmy.
It was Jimmy, yes.
Jimmy was the one of the only survivors who got there all together, essentially, because turns out one of the places exploded on impact, and the entire thing went into investigation. Like the entire music industry fell apart, and these people I'm surrounded around are local people who have a chip on their shoulder. So, Alice, now, why would you want your character to come back here? What's the story behind Alice's character?
So, my mum and dad are fantastic musicians. Amazing. They play some kind of folky rock sort of deal, but they got caught up and were falsely accused of being cultists. And I do not approve of false accusations. And while I rebelled against them hardcore in my youth, as I am now definitely 22, which is my real age, I'm coming back to remember that my parents will die eventually, and I should probably exonerate them.
Exactly. Now, Jimmy, tell me what happened between the periods between now and 2010, the period of the movie.
In the maths years, 40 years between the events and now, my character kind of went into ground, just tried to suppress and forget this whole sordid episode. But then life happened around him. He had a kid. He got happy. Almost got happy. No. And then as part of this dalliance into humanity, he figured that he should try to return to the ungodly side and just get some closure on this mess.
Exactly. What about Prospect? What does Prospect think, the character, not the person?
Prospect. If I don't remember what I called my character. Prospect, that's right.
Yeah, exactly.
Prospect was a budding musician. He really enjoyed what he was doing, but then all this crap went down at the camp, and the whole industry around that area just went underground, and he was unable to make anything of his life. So he's really disgruntled. And if he ever meets one of those kids that was involved in that last scheme, boy, is he going to be upset with them. Although, so he is blaming his lack of success on all the murders and the suicides and all the other horrible things that happened. Unbeknownst to him, that it's probably more likely that he chose his favourite instrument as an oboe.
the champion's musician.
But I don't think he'll understand if anyone even tries to tell him that.
That's all right.
In the same way that most people won't understand what an oboe is.
Yeah.
It's like a clarinet, but it's better. And I must stand up for
a sweet,
the oboe
sweet sound.
because I did play it in high school. See, I
was in band camp in high school.
Yeah, I learned piano and oboe. And when I was asked what instrument I want to play for this game, for some reason I thought oboe.
PTSD.
I mean, otherwise you'd be dragging a piano around, and that'd require a lot more Jenga rolls.
It could be a lot of electronic guitar.
Impossible.
That would work.
As the resident drummer, go for the thing that's easier to carry.
Yeah, fair enough. Should have even a piccolo.
Exactly.
Well, they would have stole children.
Angelina has a different kind of story on that. What's bringing her to this area?
That's correct. I'm a free-spirited teen. I would say 20.
Yeah.
That's realistic as well.
And a teenager.
I rebelled.
You mean Luke Perry teenagers?
Yeah. CW
teenagers.
Yeah, isn't it the CW teenager?
Yeah.
When it's a
Funny.
30-year-old playing a 20.
Legit.
Yeah.
So I rebelled against my parents in high school and left without saying a word. I gave all my money to charity, and all I have is a backpack full of clothes on my back. And I moved to this town and only had one pair of shoes on and a dress and a flower chain around my head with my guitar. And I arrived here to see everyone in disarray. Everything had just gone down, and I passed through living off the nature, and I made myself a cubby house in the trees, and I saw it all unfold, as the town was unraveling. And now I'm just really inquisitive about the crimes, and I want to know more.
So you're 60 now?
Yes, I would assume so.
Yeah.
No, I'm just
Time
rebelling against technology, and I
paradox.
just want to be one with the world and play my guitar.
So my character is the only one who wasn't alive during the first camp?
I would believe so, because 70s
good.
and then up to the age
The
of
young
22.
women always fare so well in horror movies. This is going to be great.
Well, let's start
I'm a
there.
modern day Nancy Drew.
Just don't do any lake swimming scenes and you'll be fine.
Now, thank God there's
Don't
no...
sleep with a
Oh, wait.
boy.
Wait.
Should be okay.
But yes. But you guys can hear on the grapevine, as it were, you hear a lot of exactly. I was going to say,
Yeah.
It's a song reference. It's a song reference.
Music.
Thank you.
Oh,
It's real.
I get it now.
it was really great in DJ here where it first came out.
I love that game.
It was so great. Yeah, we could talk on that. But you hear through Rage that the Rage has become more of the MTV of Australia, where Rage has kind of expanded outwards to its own kind of.
So to clarify, does Rage now have reporters?
Yes, it's Rage is the difference between MTV and Vice.
Are you talking about video hits?
Yes.
Rage was like ABC.
Yeah, Rage is ABC. Or was it like one of the Rage guest programmers who were telling us about things?
Yes, it's more expanded where Rage is less midnight hour is like it's its own kind of sub channel. So it's the Adult Swim of music, essentially.
So
All the
it's
music
all of
videos
my
are, like,
teenage
raunchy.
dreams coming true.
Yes, essentially.
Seems like important details. But go on.
Yeah, and you guys hear
You
more
have
and
to,
more.
like, Rage is it's a cultural institution
Absolutely.
prospect.
No, I don't
Especially
really
for
care
our
about
American
music,
viewers.
That's gonna
Exactly.
Be, that's gonna be a lot of that.
It's a TV show. They play music on it.
Yeah.
Most of it's not very good, but
Like
you watch it
MTV,
anyway.
but better. and
John
worse.
Safran. Oh, Music Jamboree, hell yeah. We can all go back to the period of time, but there's this apex moment. You hear this.
So we've just mentioned John Safran. I must now invoke Jewtown. Google it.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Go down to Jewtown.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I forgot that. That was
Out of context, that seemed confusing. But
Even in context, it is.
absolutely. But yeah, for the most part, you guys hear that the camp itself is being reopened, but you know that more and more people are moving into this area because we're still in the local Victoria area. Everyone's in kind of that hemisphere of Victoria. And the music scene is very still underground, and everyone's still on it's still the BBS days, going to the YouTube era where we still are on MSN Messenger.
AOL.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Playing a bit of Neopets.
Missing, what's it called? Winona? What was the character's name again?
Waverly.
Waverly.
But it
Waverly
was
Heights.
taken for Waverly Heights.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just thought this is a trigger in my head. Just
Does
Okay.
Waverly have a floppy disk as a necklace?
Waverly does not, because she is a drummer, and necklaces and drums do not make friends.
yeah.
As
Yeah.
I discovered to my peril as a 14-year-old. I nearly knocked myself out with a decorative pendant. It was rough, guys.
yeah. Why you got that save icon around your neck? Oh my god.
Should have played the other.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I played the flute for a while.
Yeah.
That would be safer. I did actually scratch my arm with a reed pretty badly once.
Yeah.
I
And I
nearly-
didn't have a reed, so I was in trouble.
I
You should
nearly
read
stabbed a
before you
friend in
write.
the eye.
Got him. But we hear more and more stories about the camp itself being a lot more industrialized, where it's now properly back to its form. It's still kind of shaking off its murderous ways as much as Crystal Lake tried to did, and that ended up so well. Everyone knows that story. But you guys are interested in more than a camp experience. But so you guys end up on the same train cart into Violet Town. Violet Town, fantastic little town. Go and visit
great.
it. Thank God. This is a great place. Everyone likes it.
It's green. It's not purple.
This is not a tourism campaign for Violet Town.
Banalla's nice too, I hear.
Yeah, Shepherd's pretty good.
Is it though?
It is. I know.
Alice.
Meg's character comes from Shepparton.
It's true.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Shepresent. Let's
What's
actually.
happening? So I'm on the same train as senior citizens. Carry on.
Exactly. As you're kind of journeying back and forth, and you see these kind of the youngsters, the youngster, and you do recognize, obviously, a person who is very infamous. in
I
this
try to
area.
act nonchalant by reading my newspaper, but I also get motion sick by reading the newspaper on the train.
Yeah,
Does
exactly.
that mean I get to play Jenga?
Yes, exactly. You get a call from your son on your phone.
Ring, ring, ring.
On your razor.
Ring, 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 ring. Banana phone. Doop,
Yeah.
doop, doop, doop.
Okay, this is my character just trying
The
to.
glasses? You doing the glasses thing where you just like
The bifocals.
It's 2010 reference.
Oh.
Exactly.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello,
Yeah.
hello.
Hey, Dad. Are you alright?
Hi there. I need a name for my son, Billy. Hi, Billy.
Hi, Dad. You going back to that area? The doctor says not to go back. You get really weird around that area. We're worried about. It just gets cut off.
Yeah. Hello, Billy. Hi. Phone isn't working. Can you help me out?
Sure, I'll give you my iPhone
He's
that's
turned
been
it
out
off.
for 2 years.
He's turned it off.
What a time to be alive.
Yeah.
That's right.
Also, I'm with Telstra, which is a much better choice in country Victoria. You did not think this trip through.
No, I said this thing
I
has.
know I can't have this on C31.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't really.
I'll just blur.
panic.
I'll just mix
what?
the same. But yeah. Everyone seems.
It's okay, they're bad now.
Yeah. Exactly.
But in 2010,
So it balances out, so it's
Yeah.
not an endorsement anymore.
no.
The opinions of Alice Clarke do not reflect New Game Plus or New Game Plus's affiliates.
Also, the opinions of Alice Clarke in 2010 do not represent the opinions of Alice Clarke in 2018. 2010 Alice was an idiot.
Thank God MySpace got destroyed and everyone forgot about it. Global amnesia. But now everyone's kind of pictured the fact that.
So MySpace was gone in like 2000. Sorry, I'm going to stop interjecting
right.
with my
Not
anachronisms.
MySpace.
Also, I wanted to play Jenga.
Exactly. So everyone is now realized who this person in the cabin is. It's
Now I try to hide.
yeah.
Yeah, you're going to need that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are very inquisitive of him. So feel free to interject or what's the thoughts on the situation?
So, Jimmy, how you doing?
Oh, you're the lady with the iPhone. It's an
I
impressive
am.
phone, isn't it?
It is. It is.
Tell
very
me,
good.
please, tell me more about the phone and not about the events that happened 40 years ago.
Do you need to do you need to call your son to talk about all the killings that happened? And may I listen?
Walk over towards these two who I
Wait.
hope aren't recognizing me.
When you're that kid from that thing with the murders and the killing music forever and ruining lots of people's careers,
It
and not just
wasn't
mine.
murder.
I'm pretty sure
It
it was
was
murder.
manslaughter. There was no premeditation.
No, I'm pretty sure it was murder. People died, Don. That's what murder means.
Jimmy.
Manslaughter.
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
What if I want to give him a cute little nickname? I can give him nicknames.
Don Magic 1. There we go. But yeah, the train rolls into Violet Town itself. It's a lovely destination. Feel free to go through.
Hey, Jimmy, did you know my parents?
Were your parents Bob and Stacy?
No.
Then no.
So you've only known two people in your entire life, and they're named Bob and Stacy? Are you
is
okay,
way-
Jimmy?
I told you, no, I didn't tell you, but I moved on from the music scene. It was a good time
Yeah, so
back
did
then, but
everyone
then
else.
but then
Thanks.
the unpleasantness happened, and we all had to move on.
The music lives within you, Jimmy. You just need to tap in and find yourself.
Thanks. I think I saw that on my son's MySpace page.
Yes, I do miss MySpace.
That's right. As you guys...
Facebook's big now. You should try it.
Well, that was only
it's a
with the
social network.
college kids.
Exactly.
No, that was a 2008 opinion.
Oh.
Exactly.
It's 2010 now. We're all on Facebook.
I delete my 2008 opinion off Facebook several times. Just like I go down like, oh, that month was terrible.
And was your status deletes his
yeah, just like the entire month's gone, the year's gone, for good reasons. But as you guys get into the town itself, you see some signage of the camp saying "Camp Phantom, bringing back music," and
finally.
you see two people in a black van driving off after touching the sign and kind of driving away.
Oh, a black fan. That always bodes so well.
Exactly.
I think these guys are stand-up guys in the black band.
I love
Nothing has ever
music.
gone
I can't
wrong.
wait to play my guitar here.
Yeah.
Is it a Tarago? Because a Tarago means that they're obviously roadies. Though I would expect it to be a white car.
It's more of an SUV, kind of the one that OJ drove. That kind of
That seems fine.
Although, what's the I'm guessing like there's also crowd mingling here. What's the demographic of the instruments that they're bringing? Like this is 2010, so assuming that it's parallel with our universe, there's going to be a lot of dubstep.
Yeah, you see a lot of electronic artists in the area.
I roll my eyes aggressively.
Yeah.
Are we carrying our own instruments, or are we assuming that instruments will be provided once we get to the camp?
I'm carrying mine.
You've got your own instruments sent to the place because obviously drums is something you would send ahead of
Oh,
time.
thank
I
God.
just want to play guitar wherever I go.
Yeah, exactly. So
Carried part of a drum kit to the train, 6 kilometres. Don't
Exactly.
do it.
Just be one of those people that takes the drumsticks with them wherever they go.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely
the
that
tappy,
person.
tappy
I mean, like,
guy.
we are basically going to Camp Rock, so you can be
Yeah.
that guy.
Exactly. So it's kind of an all ages event at this camp. It's more open up to the public because they're trying to earn back the value of the public as a view. You guys get a small taxi to the place because you realise there's only a certain amount of people and the bus is filling up with annoying kids. And I don't think anyone here wants to be stuck with annoying
Good, I hate
kids.
annoying
Yeah,
kids.
I try to get my own taxi, but then you three decide to hop in, don't you?
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
I don't
like
like
no
getting in
money.
a taxi by yourself.
Yeah.
You never know what will happen. You
Yeah.
might crush another entire industry.
Yeah.
I gave all my
What if
money
you-
to charity. I can't pay for myself. Would you mind just flinging my side of the fare?
Free spirit.
Yeah.
Free spirit just chimes through.
Actually, offer him a song.
Actually, Angelina, go ahead and pour from the tower to see if you can charm these people.
Oh, you have technique.
I thought that was bloody good.
God,
So the
more.
awkwardness of
like-
toppling the tower
yeah.
on the first pool has
Yeah.
been avoided. So
Yeah.
From years of training of the art of the talk, you kind of you'll talk your way into the vehicle and you get the front seat.
I like to imagine like it works out
Thanks,
like this.
guys.
Like
You're so
you,
lovely.
you do your thing. I'm so sorry, I've run out of money. You see many 50s in my wallet.
Yeah, you score that immediately. Just like raise it
I'm
on.
very
them.
observant.
Exactly.
That's
Oh
what
God, just.
I won with the land and your wallet.
Yeah. The
Was that
classic
a
hippie
settlement?
style. So you guys kind of roll into a small area. It's called Boho. It's a small little campsite called Camp Phantom. And obviously you're rolling into that and you see a lot of people bringing a lot of family stuff in. It's more of a family affair opposed to last time. Don was, or Jimmy was involved. He saw a lot of
Jimmy.
black vans and a lot of rich kids. And Yeah.
I sort of like I imagine like again like most of the inside has changed, but the entry has remained untouched since the 70s.
Yeah.
So there are some real flashback moments going on. So I just sort of like entered into sort of a mildly fugue state, like getting flashbacks.
Yeah.
You'll
When
notice.
you say untouched, do you like mean literally untouched as in covered in like rat bones and dust and cobwebs, or untouched as in the exact same design?
Exact same design.
Yeah, they're
clean.
going back to the same archway. The archway was
Yeah.
never destroyed. There's more something held on.
Yeah.
And Jimmy sees Patrick's character stabbing Nass in the throat, and that kind of stings in his mind.
Well, like there or like right here, right now?
He's in the fugue
This
state
isn't
right
the real
now.
life. It's just fantasy.
Exactly.
Caught in a landslide. Is there an escape
If
from
we say
reality?
any more, we have to pay Ghost of Freddie Mercury royalties, and we cannot afford that.
Exactly.
We cannot.
He definitely died in the explosion, by the way.
Oh.
Exactly.
Well, he probably would have died of something else soon afterwards anyway.
Yikes. Yikes. Welcome back to 2018, where yikes is now acceptable.
So, Jimmy, I see that you were remembering some things.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
Good.
Were any of them my parents? They weren't involved, right?
Can you just describe your parents? I think like we may have it may be there or something
Don't
like that.
think that far ahead.
Were they the ones? Were they
They look
also
like me, but older.
Yes.
So, imagine a man who kind of looks like Voldemort, but with a nose and cheerful. And then,
Say that,
Alan?
except for with the two defining attributes of Voldemort, he doesn't have them. But other than that, Voldemort.
Alan
he's a
Rickman.
tall, bold old white man. That
John McClane.
I mean,
Yeah.
I can see there.
Kruger.
I can see there are some.
I remember. Okay.
you two have met my dad. That is a very accurate description of him.
So, Jimmy, go ahead and pull from the tower and see if you remember. Kind of pull back some memories.
And then also, my mum looked like
Also,
me,
part
but
of me is like say like
younger.
do we want
At the time.
like do you want your parents to be innocent or not?
I would like them to be innocent. I am
Okay.
striving for the truth where they're exonerated and
Tom, do we want Alice's Waverley's parents to be innocent?
Well, you kind of search in your memories, and
Nice.
you see a very soft memory, as in the commencement speech. You did see someone off to the side.
Oh,
About
thank
your
goodness.
age.
I was thinking it was amongst the murders that I saw them, but if it's during the commencement speech, I can play with that.
Yeah, exactly. You didn't
during
see-
the commencement speech, like these are people sort of on the fringe and like, yeah, all those years ago they were a cute couple. I remember that.
Yeah.
they were just real affectionate. I could see them just forming that lifelong bond.
well, that's good. But I'm
Yeah.
more interested in the stabbing parts of your memory.
It's
Classic
That's
Alice.
It's
still cloudy.
You see a lot of faces and you see a lot of bodies, but none of them match up at this moment. You search back your memory because they're like toast into your mind.
Yeah.
For the most part, as you guys come rolling, you see a lot more camper vans being pulled out to the outside and people getting very cheery as it feels a little bit cold for the most part inside. As you feel like, what's going on? This is not what I was expecting. This situation, and the taxi pulls up. They kind of drop off your stuff, and another camp counselor comes out, and he seems very, very out of it. As two more people come out, and they before he tries to shake your hand, he immediately gets dragged inside by the same people you saw driving the vehicle away before you get any contact with them. So yes, that's the situation there. And you, Don,
Again.
you recognize his face.
Ooh.
You recognize it as Sean Cunningham, the original leader.
Oh.
Yes. He if you imagine from Fallout New Vegas, Mr. House pretty much looks like Mr. House in the cryo chamber, very in a bad state. But yeah,
So he's the one that's driving away in the black van or being dragged away?
dragged away.
Okay.
He's like very gingerly, like something like
Yeah.
they're dragging him away from the public eye.
Okay. That bottle somehow appears at my feet. I throw it for all time's sake at the van.
Pull from the tower.
As in like,
Pulling side pieces, two middle pieces.
Yeah. Like you have.
there we go.
Hey.
Dangerously go.
Nice choice.
Well, on the least television-friendly side of all.
Exactly. As the bottle arcs in the air, it smashes on the back of his head, and the security guards turn directly at them. And that's where we'll have to stop tonight.
Oh no.
Exactly. So that was
So
this
special.
episode. I hope you guys stay tuned to next week's
Play everything.
NGP RPG. I've been Tom. That's been Meg. That's been Prospect. That's been Don. And that's
With a
been
real
Alice.
good bottle-throwing arm.
Hey.
Exactly.
Oh yeah,
Well,
just
this
love
is an
guys.
Australian show.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, this one.
And we'll catch you guys next time.